he's like, I'd say he's very good at his job, but it's just, I don't know, I think over the years I've kind of like, I don't see him as present as he should be doing what he's meant to be doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was that the only...
So I wouldn't have said I would have had a lot of respect from walking into the office. And that's
Right.
an off thing to say, but just how I feel.
That's the way it was.
Yeah. I think we was wearing the fancy suits, but
He wasn't
walking the walk, but not talking the talk.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And was that the only support that was offered from work, sort of thing, around
Like,
that?
I remember, like, they used to wait for things to, like, build up. I'm like, oh, we need to do something. We need to bring you all out, or we need to do a self-care day. But it's very kind of hard with your peers to go and kind of, I don't know, it's hard to explain. And I know, you see, you'd end up on your own little night out, having your own debrief. And even though I know you're meant to be out and having the crack, you'd kind of end up talking about something that happened at work, or you kind of figure it out in your own way, or you go to the gym, or I just found kind of in a group situation with maybe people you weren't comfortable getting upset in front of.
Yeah.
That maybe, I don't know, is it the best? I see, like, we still haven't figured it out because there is no support for us.
So, like, you, with in a group like that that's made up of your colleagues and stuff,
yeah,
you don't really want to be vulnerable around them,
weak, or kind of, there could be someone 5 years younger than you, and you don't want to kind of, you don't want to be kind of seen as, even though I know it's probably good for them to see someone senior struggling as well, or, like, they did do a 4-week kind of self-care thing in work again, and when it's in work and you're thinking of the million things you have to do when you go back out to the ward, then you're like, this isn't appropriate. Do you know the way?
And it's not serving the purpose that it's supposed to be serving.
No, because you're just like, and then like they had a mindfulness thing, and close your eyes and fall asleep for 10 minutes, and you're like, is this done yet? Because you're not in the zone. You're not, you're like, this is eating into my, like, time I need to be doing my jobs.
Yeah. Okay. The next one then, if there was somebody that was interested in getting into the field of oncology nursing, what would you tell them?
Oh, like, as in, I suppose you have to be a certain kind of person to go into it.
Right.
Like, you'd have to be very patient, empathetic. Like, I suppose to be a nurse in the first place, you have to be all those things, but to be an oncology nurse, like, there's some people that just shouldn't be nurses, like, they're not people orientated at all. They just, they spend more time making up the antibiotics. You know, they're not chatty, they're not friendly. Very little people I could pinpoint, but it's tough, but I'd never turn someone off doing it.
Okay.
Like, I suppose do it for 6 months, see how you go.
Yeah.
Like, it is a very specific type of nursing, but I'd never turn anyone off nursing in general, apart from just the shite money.
Okay, we're nearly there. Only 2 left.
It's like, it makes me cry. It's not bad, I just have a total meltdown.
So if you could make any changes to the role of oncology nurse, what would you do?
Just the role, or like, what do you mean the role? As in either within your work, like what the way it works inside your work, or in general, if like something that comes to mind that you've spoken about already, is that time that you used to get to spend when you had less patients, and that being taken away from you, or anything like
else
what they've started lately is like a team nursing. So say 2 nurses look after 10 patients, but they share the 10, because the first 5 could be absolutely crazy busy.
Yeah.
Or like there could be 3 out of the 5 crazy busy with loads going on, and the other 5 might be quiet enough, and that's not really fair.
Yeah. So
it's actually, you make a list of kind of things that need to be done and you do them together, and apparently it's working out well. They've only started that in the last few weeks. Like, skill mix is important, but that's kind of something like you wouldn't put on for junior nurses, you know, like things like that just you're kind of supported. Like, there is kind of, I think, like in the occupational therapy there's kind of counselling, but I don't know, it's kind of, if you're referred, you just feel like you're weak, or it's on your, not your CV, but like, you know, there's like a file on you over there. And I know it's awful that like you can't be seen to be weak, but I think when you're dealing with people you need to be strong, you need to be, so I think, like, I have my other outlets for kind of making me tough, and I think, I suppose, like, exercise is massive. Like, you probably done a PhD in that already. But like, as in exercise, kind of sleep,